Well, greetings everyone, and welcome back to Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea, and here we are with the lovely Elizabeth, although slightly older, slightly more jaded, slightly more suspicious, and we are desperately searching for a mask to gain entry to Cohen's artistic little party. Now, as always, we are walking around all these lovely pedestrians and partisans and hearing about all their information, and we're about to head into Rapture Records. But before we do, I want me to just go and eavesdrop over here.
Any other commodity, friend. You sell soybeans, I sell companionship.
Ugh, it's disgusting.
That's the Bible talking, pal. That's your mother talking. What does Ryan say? Petty morality? You can keep it.
So pimping and prostitution are alive and well in Rapture, and I forgot about the anti-religious aspect of Rapture, of course, because Columbia was based purely kind of around religion, whereas Rapture was based around not having religion. Remember all those caskets of Bibles that you find in Bioshock 1, as it's kind of been smuggled in on the underground. It's a lovely designed arty shop here. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth, do come in. Soprano bassoon? Can you get a soprano bassoon? Surely that's a contradiction. Wonderfully put together. Oh, and there's Sander Cohen's records. Obviously being the resident musician in the place. Ooh. Welcome. Thank you. I'm a talented chappie. Right, let's speak to the shop owner.
You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
Ah, somewhere beyond the sea.
But of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Where's he hiding that box?
Aha, there we are.
Son of a bitch.
Any more before we leave? Oh, probably shouldn't plug that. Nothing in the safe. Crumbs just goes back quite a way, doesn't it? Or am I looping back round?
That we never knew existed.
Yes.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Oh, she's quite the temptress. Come on then, Lizzie. Stop flirting with the shopkeeper.
Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
I wonder if that's one of those things that whichever one you go to last, you pick up the mask there.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah.
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
That's me. That's a good little dig. That is a good little dig. And I suppose it does kind of change up the perception of our own character here, because we are, we are Comstock,
What kind of field you in?
or potentially.
Field.
Yeah, occupation. Can't imagine what kind of employment would lead you to tag along on a job like this.
I suppose you could say I work in debt
There we are.
collection.
Oh, she's being an enigma. I suppose you could say I work in debt collection. Whose debt? My debt? Her debt? Cohen's
This
debt?
better work. Otherwise, we'll certainly look the fools.
Trust me.
Trust me, I've worn a mask like this before. We'll enter the club. Let's go in. This is going to be messed up. I can feel this coming.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
Or maybe she can walk through the walls.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen this type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
and of course is a fairly major character or principal character in the first Bioshock. And lots of these kind of rabbit-based costumes were floating all around the place, in that lovely white room. It's quite disorientating. What's this? Oh, it's a hand. A hand with a kind of a spotlight in it, giving a wonderful kind of shadow puppetry. Love the art direction in this game so far. Oh, what's going on? Oh! It's like Playboy, only slightly more depraved. Oh, I can move. I thought it was a cutscene. No, it's not a cutscene. It's... Wow. It's a bizarre lighting effect. One's shutting off as the next one goes on.
Dance, dance, move.
And here is the show. Although I can see the shadows, but I can't see the puppets. We can see some genuine bunnies wandering around and enjoying the show. And unlike the rest of the city, these guys are watching in silence. There's the puppets.
Conduit, open yourselves to the music, to the spirit of the eternal.
Hello.
No. Why do you fail in this fashion?
Another hand. The guy's into hands.
In front of my muse,
Is that Cohen?
mine
Yes.
muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! Thus sit here for God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. Oh, there's no room in rapture anymore for the artist.
And that was always the problem with Cohen, and indeed most of the characters in Bioshock, that the complete freedom that Andrew Ryan's Bioshock gives them leads to the most depraved acts, because there are no limitations and no kind of breaks, no one to say stop, no one to say don't. And here you have an art display leading to what appears to have been the murder and public execution of two otherwise innocent models, we can suggest. Assuming we go around to see Cohen now. Some sort of kind of Turkish bath idea, I guess. The silence is quite eerie, though, in a room full of people to have everyone being this silent. Oh my God, I'm used to the banter in Bioshock. Well, Mr. Cohen.
Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, lady?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt.
He called her Songbird.
Take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice.
I saw what happened to the previous guys.
And I will show you where you need to
Listen,
go.
Cohen, you son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt,
What?
dance with me.
Come, come.
This is like some incredibly sordid scene out of Eyes Wide Shut. I've seen this movie. It doesn't end well.
On, dance. Feel the music. Feel the music.
I don't want to. It's weird. The last time we saw her dance, she was all sweet and innocent, but now she seems to be part of the trap.
Come on.
Well, come on then, little songbird.
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
She's still wearing the brooch, the bird from last time, but not the cage.
They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure?
But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
As I tied him to a chair and asked him
So?
for 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
True to his word, Cohen pointed us towards Sally. Now the only way left to go was down. Pointed us towards us by attempting to kill us? Is that how we are going to find Sally?
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt!
And as usual,
Are you alright?
Elizabeth wakes us up.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one.
Are we in a bath spear, perhaps?
No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Down we go. Traveling deep under the ocean.
Look.
Fontaine Industries.
Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
All of Fontaine's main under here.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
I wonder if she's being turned into one of the
How many
little
people do you
sisters.
suppose Ryan's got locked up in
Whoa,
that
I
place?
thought that was a body, but it's not.
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. Alright, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
Now what's that?
Burial, let's see.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
Now this looks more like the original Bioshock. Dim lighting, flashing lights,
Comfortable. Keep your
drippy, wet, and disturbing. And our first
Seem to
corpse
be some
of the game.
supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt.
Whoa, whoa! The hell was that? Was that because I touched the water, or did that just kick off anyway? Can I walk over these? There's the crabs. Pick up money. This will do so. A burial of a department store. I mean, it's such an interesting idea having this idea of the underwater sea, but obviously, of the underwater city, which obviously we know about. But the idea that as a punishment, he can literally just sink an entire building and disconnect it from the rest is cool and horrific all at the same time. Sander Cohen, The Black Dream. Sander Cohen's The Black Dream. Well, go on then, artist, impress me. Well, I think maybe I speak for all of us when I say... What? Some sort of very strange imagery there with like a woman being attacked by a bear that turns out to be a small bear, and then she's caged and then vanished. I don't know if it's all supposed to be kind of symbolic of plotlines we've already done, or it's foreshadowing things that are yet to come, or indeed just the Bioshock creators having fun with a twisted version of modern art. Left mouse to fire your weapon, B to use a plasmid, visit the options menu. Okay. Do I have a plasmid? We have some ice, and it's not nice. Of course, if we're under the water, we will have... We should be incredibly cold down here. Whoops. Got some big advert playing the endless commercialism of the Bioshock games. Why be immoral when you can make a profit? Candy? I don't think we can make through that. Closed council by order of... What is that? Some sort of fountain. Fontaine's elevator. But we need to find our way to the wow. Take air grabber. Is that like the thing from... It looks like the claw thing from Bioshock Infinite.
A skyhook?
Yeah, skyhook.
You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber? Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
So that's evidence that she knows what we're talking about. She knows about constants, she knows about variables, she knows about skyhook. She clearly is aware of the Colombian plotline, so she's not an innocent in this. She is fully partaking in the in knowledge of what has happened in other places, which of course makes her skinny, first of all, but also it means that she perhaps different to the original non.
Someone's coming.
I can't get down. Oh, what the heck? Froze him and then blew it up.
Grabber unjammed.
Get out of it. Oh, my shield.
Not ready. Mr. DeWitt, look.
Don't know where that thing fell to. Oh, it's down there amongst the pipes. Gosh, Bioshock is scary. But yeah, in the original game, of course, it was Booker and Elizabeth / Anna were kind of exploring and discovering things together.
3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this.
But this time that doesn't seem to be the case. She knows more about us. I mean, she's made hints about us knowing that we are potentially more than one person as well. To the tram. Okay, so that must be the tram line we've got to take. Press navigation pulse to help navigate to your current objective. Okay, no, that's not that. It must be. It's a lot. Everything's a lot emptier than it was in the other Bioshock games. Well, I kind of made some comments in the commentary about how much money is just literally lying around in the other games. That it was laughable that anyone was poor with that amount of finance around. But it's so far this has been a lot more sparse and bare, and there's been a lot more opening packages which are completely empty.
When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was. Geez, I guess around 51. No. 48?
That's a rather large gap.
He's not sure.
Life I had before sort of becomes a blur.
Which might imply he doesn't know or it didn't happen.
Sure.
Ooh, his nose just bled.
Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
And of course his nose bleeds when something crosses between universe, or he has a memory of an alternative life, so he's... something's wrong with this booker.
Do you think it's poison? I found ammo!
Thank you. Sadly, so did she. Sounded like there's more than one there. See if we can get a nice headshot. Oh no, still up. I think it was trying to give me a clue. Walk while crouched, and melee them to do extra damage. Wish it had told me that before I just fired.
You're going nowhere. It was just the first offer.
Again, nothing to pick up. We might be able to sneak up behind that one.
Honey? You want to talk?
Because we've got this scary mannequin. Some of these are going to leap at us eventually, aren't they?
I never dropped them. Should we leave this slub out in the open here?
Okay, well there's our first 3 or 4
Mr.
enemies
DeWitt.
defeated on 1999 mode.
The tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive.
Find a way to freeze the water.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Now that was a power that...
An ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
It says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
There wasn't an ice one in the original Bioshock Infinite plotlines, but I did see on IGN that this is, of course, one of the kind of new ones. Oh, there's a costume in there. Need costumes, let me in! How do we open that then? Nothing to press, unless of course that's a decoration now rather than something more interesting. But anyway, I'll follow the instructions as given. Rapture and ice on the top floor. Take some money, a doll. A few more finances. Every single suit absolutely identical, every single hat the same.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
See, that implies she's from the past.
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
She's definitely older. She's definitely older than the Elizabeth we had before. Her facial structure's different. I'm not sure I can tell in place why she looks older, but she does. I guess that's probably why I'm not an artist, but still. Oh, hang on, something just creaked and turned.
Our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Now, the other question would be whether these are vigors or whatever. Yeah, plasmids. To access all your plasmids, hold Q. Possession. Devil's Kiss. Well, I do always like a little bit of possession.
Just let me in, okay?
Watch it.
Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now, all in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
Splicers. I don't think they see us. If you keep quiet, maybe you can get the drop on them. Even the odds.
Yeah. Maybe even lay down a trap or two.
Oh no! I thought that was supposed to possess them, not just explode them. Or did it detonate that barrel there? Oh well, not quite the result we were looking for, but
You like this?
I guess it worked.
Oh, this is no good. No good.
I found you back there. Don't make me touch you. Ammo, take it.
Ow! Forgotten how you do the executions now when the skull pops up. It's been so long since we played the original game. Mind you, those assassinations always made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. As book at book, it takes just a little bit too much enjoyment from finishing these people off. Now, they said the ice rink was up. So I guess we head up, but we've got two different staircases here. Unless all roads lead to Rome. Oh god, it's a turret.
Find something soon.
One bullet left.
Folks always stare when I make the scene.
Oh, we could just do that. Feel bad on some of these though, because they weren't. That guy wasn't killing me. Mine, my love, he says.
You spit rabbit. You spit Frankie.
Our first audio log of the DLC.
Ryan, you bastard. Left me here to rot. Sure, I signed the contract. Helped turn Fontaine's into a prison. 10 days, big rush, everything slapdash. Right before the prisoners are brought in. One of your piece of shit turrets. Bam! Both kneecaps. Now I'm likely a cripple locked in a jail, surrounded by maniacs. Haven't even been paid, but I don't care. Just get me out of here.
That ain't the answer. I am selling.
One bullet and a splicer.
Feel like a man.
And we've got a hook over there.
No. His family is taken care of. No map on top. Let you and me talk.
Now what if I zap him? Maybe he'll take the. Maybe him will take on the turret. Which he did. Excellent. Does he still kill himself like the other ones did before? Oh no, he didn't. That's new. Anything in the dressing room? Oh, look, look, look. Gear, new gear. Gear is special clothing that grants you unique abilities. You can only wear 4 at a time. Filthy Leech. Losing a plasmid to kill an enemy returns some Eve. That's two more lockpicks. But what? There was a...
Go ahead. I'll be fine.
Great. Glad you will. Because you're not one of them. Fontaines. Yeah, both staircases leading up here.
Look up there.
Whoever's used that plasmid's frozen all this. Look up there at what? Ah, okay, we can use this to get across.
Mr. DeWitt, splicers.
Oh, I can see something blowing up around the corner. Whoa! Let's let my shield come back.
Eve, catch.
Did I hit that? I'm not sure. Tommy gun ammo. Weapon damage increases while the player is aiming using sights and up to each successive kill. Yes, please. Look at all the wrecked gearboxes. She's cowering. It's not often she cowered. But she's clearly not kind of omnipotent anymore. Damn it.
Sorry, that's all I've got.
Come on, take on the turret. This way. Ah, there's an explosive next to it.
No one will ever love you as much as me.
Oh, God, bullets. No bullets.
I've had it with this insolent. Let's talk, buddy.
Oh, God, there's another one. Ah, there's the executions. Back up. One bullet. Let's hope that's enough.
Still looking.
Nope, apparently not. Am I going to have to melee the turret? Arrgh. Okay, something a little bit more creative then. I have to jump past it. Crumbs, that thing spins fast. Wow. Haha. Oh, I probably could have shot. Oh, no, I couldn't shoot there because I didn't have any bullets left. 0 bullets. I now need a wrench then or something again. Haberdashery. I came from there. This does open. Securus. Old Man Winter. Quality plasmids. Freeze your foe with this Arctic alley. Or ally.
What's happened to these people? They don't even seem sane.
Nothing beats your first splice. From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who'll hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
Where is she?
The first sons of bitches who found an answer at the bottom of a bottle. And once you see them go all weak at the knees at the sight of a little sister and all her atom, they cut a less sympathetic figure.
And of course the splicers eventually try and harvest all the little... Oh, there she is. The splicers just tried to harvest the Eve, if you remember. That's why the big daddies were there eventually, to protect the kids from the splicers who were so desperate to harvest all the Adam to improve their abilities. Might be able to make that with a big jump, but it's probably not advisable. Drac Frost's village, floor 3.
Short-circuited. Probably be able to pop it open with it.
A jolt of shock jockey?
You familiar with Shock Jockey?
More than you could know.
Let's look around. Maybe there's a store ain't been ransacked by splicers yet.
I assume what this DLC will try and do is reintroduce us to some of the main gameplay elements of Bioshock as quickly as possible, as most players, or certainly well, all players I guess, will have played through the main plotline, so there's no kind of sense of mystery in terms of picking up these plasmids for the player, even though there may be for Booker. Picked up various coins, but nowhere to spend it as yet. Ladies were. Well, hello, ladies. I love the use of shadows in this game. I mean, all of that that thing that Sandra Cohen was doing was done with shadows, and even that artwork that we watched in the video was nearly all done with that huge spotlight and shadows. So I don't know if there'll be end up being some sort of deeper meaning that like Booker is the this Booker is the shadow of the other version, or this Elizabeth is the shadow of the other version, or something like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it all links together in some weird and wonderful way. Anyway, here we are on the second floor hunting for this plasmid, and here is where we must leave our heroes. I hope you have enjoyed wandering through this little detailed look at Bioshock with me, and if you have, then please do give the video a like and subscribe, because I don't want you to miss any next episodes. Take care, and I look forward to reading and responding to your comments in the section below. It was so great to see so many of the original Bioshock viewers coming back for the new series, and I look forward to chatting with you. Take care, bye bye.